Alright guys, it's been about an hour since the last time I checked in, and I've been eyeballing this dead tree just behind the tent for quite a while, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to go and collect it, and I'm going to have a small campfire right up here, nice and safe. I built a little bit of a rock surrounding around the fire pit. I have to wait till after 7 p.m. before I'm allowed to have a fire. I checked the government website and it says after 7 p.m. we're allowed to burn. It is really damp out here, guys, and honestly everything out here is wet. Now, I will caution having campfires in the summertime anytime. Even if you're out here in a rocky area and it looks like it's safe, things can go horribly wrong. The reason why I say that is because half of Western Canada is on fire right now. Every single year wildfires break out all over Canada and the US, and they're getting worse. So I'm going to do my due diligence of having a very small campfire on rock, and before I jump in I am going to douse it out with water. And it is forecasted to rain. It is really wet out here right now. I know you guys can't pick it up on camera, but it is still misting very finely, a constant steady stream of mist, and it's forecasted to rain tonight. So I'm going to do a very small campfire. I've got a small rock surround wall here around the fire and underneath. The reason why I did it underneath is because I don't want to scorch the earth right here. I don't want this to be a big scar of campfire. So I'll put some rocks underneath of it. That way tomorrow when I do leave, I can take these rocks and place them off to the side, so it's not a big burn mess. I do have some of these fire starters that I'm using. I like using these a lot when there's no birch bark around and tinder. They just work really well. And I've got a container of matches, so I'll be sparking this up shortly. I cracked into a cold drink. I'm just going to relax for a few moments. That is all the firewood that I can find in the area, so I don't want to light it now and basically be out of wood by nightfall. I would like to have this fire somewhat into the darkness, so I'm going to chill out here just for a minute. Boomer's crashed out behind me asleep again. I know as soon as I light this fire, he's going to mosey his way up here, and that's the reason why I've got my jacket folded here, because he'll likely lay on top of that and get nice and warm. So, cheers guys. Let's kick back and relax, take a look at this epic landscape, and wait for darkness so we can spark this fire up. All right, guys, it is almost total darkness out here, and these mosquitoes are getting pretty crazy. Hard to believe the temperature's dropped and all this smoke from the fire, and the mosquitoes are finally coming out. They are getting really, really bad. So that's probably all the wood that I'm going to put on there. There is a little bit left off to the side, but honestly, I don't need to burn it. So I'm going to let this burn out, and while that's happening, I'm going to square up the tent area, make sure everything's inside, just in case it does dump down with rain. It is really warm sitting next to this fire too, I should say. And again, with the whole layering up system with all these mosquitoes out here, I'm like drenched in sweat right now. So I've got to get in that tent, get all of this stuff off, and kick back and relax, guys. These bugs are getting really bad. No rain yet. The mist totally stopped. We're just socked in with all this fog right now. So hopefully we get some overnight rain. I'd love to hear some rain on the tent all night. But you know, we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to get all this stuff cleaned up, and I'll catch up with you guys inside the tent. Whew. All right, so just jumped inside of the tent right now. I've got everything squared away, all my cooking stuff, water bottles, everything set up over here, and everything looked great. So if it does pour with rain, I can move my backpack out of the way, set up the Trangia stove, cook up coffee, breakfast, whatever I need to do. So I'm fairly happy with this right now. I think in the meantime, it is not raining, so I'm actually going to unzip that because I'm going to be sitting inside of the tent with just the screen, just the mesh zipped up. And I do want quite a bit of air coming in. You guys could probably pick up a bunch of mosquitoes. None of them are actually inside the tent, they're just inside the vestibule, but it's still going to be a problem because when I do climb in, they're likely going to follow me. So I've got to do this quite quickly and swiftly. Get Boomer in here. He sleeps on the back side. At the back side of this tent is much like the vestibule. It's like a triangle. So he's got a ton of room over there. He might even sleep out here. I don't know. He kind of does his own thing when he's hot. But yeah, I'm going to jump in, get these shoes off, and I will catch up with you guys in just a moment. It is crazy hot, and these mosquitoes are driving me nuts. So I'll catch up with you in a minute. All right, guys, inside of the tent right now. I still got the mesh door open. I do have to zip that shut. These mosquitoes are relentless. The fire's out. I doused it with a lot of water. I'm not going back out there. Those bugs are horrific, so I really do need to get this door zipped shut. I've got 2 movies on my phone saved that I'm going to be watching. Get out of some of these clothes, and yeah, let's cool down a little bit. That fire was hot. Bugs are insane, and I need to relax. So I'm going to catch up with you guys first thing in the morning for some coffee. Good night, guys. See you in the morning. Alright guys, it's about 2:30 in the morning right now, and there's thunder and lightning like crazy out there, and some really nasty, huge drops of rain right now. It is coming down out there. Just flashes of lightning non-stop right now. The storm's getting closer. I've been counting down the thunder in between the lightning to see how close it is. Obviously getting closer. The wind started kicking up, and within 20 seconds of the wind kicking up, the rain started hitting the tent. This is awesome. I've been waiting for this. The sound of that rain. Flashes of the lightning, the rumble of the thunder. Awesome. guys, I think I think it's passing. The rain let up a tiny bit. The entire vestibule of the tent is flooded. Now, I'm lucky that I'm pitched on a little bit of a slant because the rain's actually running down towards the foot end of the tent and kind of around the head end. I've got probably about an inch puddle out there where the rocks kind of dip down. If the rain slows up, it'll absorb it in the ground, but if it keeps coming down, like just a few moments ago, it was downpouring. It's kind of steady right now, but it's a little bit lighter. The thunder's kind of all around me, really. It was over in this direction, it was over there, but now it kind of sounds like it's behind me. So it may have come in off the ocean and went more towards inland. There's still crazy flashes of lightning right out there though, so pretty awesome little storm. I'm really happy with that. Starting to lighten up a little bit right now. So yeah, as long as there's not another front coming off the ocean, I think that might be it. I'm really happy with that. You're way behind me. Oh yeah, it definitely came in right over the tent and is now way back there. I can see it's still going. Just stopped. That was the longest thunder ever. The rain's starting to pick up a little bit more right now. I can still see flashes of lightning all around the skirt of the tent and down through the foot vent and a little vent up here toward the head and little flashes. Even though all these lights are on, I can still see it coming out. So it's definitely a storm. This rain is picking up a little bit more. Could be coming off the ocean again. That could have just been the eye of it. Who knows, but it definitely came off the ocean right over top of us and all the way behind. I love this. Alright, so my backpack is soaking wet from having the door open and filming. All that down there is starting to kind of flood out. There's a bunch of water over in this area too that's starting to flood out. But yeah, having that door open definitely got things quite wet inside of the tent. Well worth it though, I gotta say. So with that being pretty awesome, it woke me up actually. I heard thunder way off in the distance and I thought I saw a flash of light. And I mean, there's no cars or anything out where I am. It's impossible. So I was wondering, geez, is someone walking by my tent? And just like that, light switch, rain is off. Yeah, so I saw the flash of light and I thought someone was walking by my tent. And then I heard a low rumble and I was like, that might be a storm rolling in. Oh yeah, it's way behind me now. That's awesome. The storm literally went right over top of us. It's a lot of thunder. That was a quick storm, probably about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Awesome. Well, I'm going to shut these lights off and try and go back to sleep. Good night, guys. See you in a couple hours for coffee. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful, super foggy, nice and cool kind of temperature morning today. However, the mosquitoes are back at it again. They are out in full force right now. It is really quite early in the morning right now. I'm gonna have to finish this coffee and get packed up earlier than usual because that rainstorm that came in last night, which was awesome, thunder, lightning, and full-on pounding rain, is scheduled to come back in about an hour or two. So another day full of rain. The last thing I want to be doing is hiking out like this in a massive rainstorm. So I'm gonna have to finish up my coffee, get some things squared away here, and get the tent packed up. It is a little bit wet on the outside because it did rain all night. It didn't pound with thunder or lightning all night long, but it did drizzle all night. So things are still quite wet out here. I'm going to enjoy this hot coffee and then get at that tent real quick because I do not want to be stuck out here in the rain. So cheers, guys, and good morning. All right, guys, I've got everything totally packed up inside of the bag and right on time. The mosquitoes are out in full force and it is starting to finally mist with rain. I've got to get out of here in a hurry. I've got a fair hike. I've got to get all this stuff back to the Jeep and get home and get this video edited for you guys. So if you guys did not catch the video behind the scenes during this camping trip, it will be on my other camping channel. The link will be down in the description. Have a look over there for a little bit more behind the scenes and a little bit more information. Until next time, I'm out of here. I gotta get Boomer, get this camera, get this bag, and get down this trail. So peace out, guys. I'll catch you in the next episode.